હેલો નમસ્કાર મારા વહાલા વિદ્યાર્થી મિત્રો, દરેકનું હાર્દિક સ્વાગત છે મિત્રો. ધોરણ 11 વિષય છે અંગ્રેજી, નવી બુક સાથે મિત્રો યુનિટ 1, જેની અંદર રીડ 1 ધ જર્ની ઓફ માય લાઈફ ફ્રોમ અર્થ ટુ એવરેસ્ટ. મિત્રો જેની અંદર આપણે રીડ 1 ની અંદર કોમ્પ્રિહેન્શન 1 થી શરૂ કરવાના છીએ. મિત્રો બીજી વાત તમને જણાવી દઈએ કે તમારા ધોરણ 11 માંની પહેલી બુકના પહેલા પેજ થી લઈને છેલ્લા પેજ સુધીનું સોલ્યુશન તમને આપીશું તેવી ખાતરી આપીએ છીએ મિત્રો, જેથી કરી આપણે આ વિડીયોનો ભાગ નંબર 1 અને રીડ 1 જે છે એ આપણે શરૂ કરી રહ્યા છીએ. તો ચાલો શરૂ કરીએ. અને તે પહેલા ચેનલમાં નવા છો તો ફટાફટ ચેનલ સબસ્ક્રાઇબ કરી દેશો. રીડ 1 ની અંદર મિત્રો સૌપ્રથમ તમારે શરૂઆત થાય છે C1.1, આન્સર ધ ફોલોઇંગ ક્વેશ્ચન ઇન યોર ઓન સેન્ટેન્સ. તો જોઈએ પહેલો ક્વેશ્ચન. પહેલો છે, ડુ યુ થિંક અરુણિમા ઇઝ એક્સપેક્ટલી બ્રાવ? ક્વેશ્ચન માર્ક વાય? ક્વેશ્ચન માર્ક. આન્સર છે yes, I think that Arunima is expectantly brave because she fought back against some thugs who were trying to snag her gold chain on a train, and she was thrown out the speeding train. She lost her leg, yet she dared to climb Mount Everest with an artificial leg. With great courage and confidence, she could overcome her handicap and do the impossible task. Question 2. What inspiration do you get from Arunima? Answer. Arunima is a great source of inspiration, of hope, courage and confidence for all the ways she fought back against the thugs on the train so hour. Boldness. Even after losing her leg, she was determined to scale Mount Everest with an artificial leg, and she proved it. This is an uncomfortable example of courage. Question 3 છે, write some paragraphs in praise of Arunima's. Answer. Some appropriate paragraphs in praise of Arunima are as following. જોઈએ. An epitome of courage, a great fighter of life, a source of inspiration, unexpectedly example of hope, sharing true spirit, a trade setter, a record make વગેરે. Question 4. Do you know anyone in your family, a neighborhood, who has done something very great, very brave? Describe him briefly. Answer. Yes, I know a girl. Manisha is my neighbor. It was afternoon and everybody in our society was enjoying their siesta, taking the opportunity. A thief entered Manisha's house. Her father was at his workplace and her mother was resting in her bedroom. Manisha was doing some study work in her room. The thief rushed into her mother's room, woke her up, and holding a big knife close to her neck, demanded key of their safe. Hearing the noise, Manisha came out of her room and saw the thief threatening their mother with a knife. Without wasting a single moment, she aimed and threw a small flower pot at his raised hand with knife. With this sudden attack, the knife dropped from his hand and he was so much frightened that he took to his heels. Thus, Manisha saved her mother's life. What a brave girl. Question 5. Suppose you were in the train compartment near Arunima. What would you have done? Answer. Had I been in the train compartment near Arunima, I would have snapped off the other passengers and pleaded them to fight against the thugs. If all of them had come together and attacked the thugs, we could have saved Arunima from being thrown out the train. મિત્રો આપણે ચેનલ પર તમારા તમામ વિષયના સ્વાધ્યાય સોલ્યુશન પણ ઉપલબ્ધ છે, જેની લિંક આ વિડિયો ડિસ્ક્રિપ્શનમાં આપેલી છે. So, what would have happened if all the passengers had stood by Arunima in the train? Answer: if all the passengers had stood by Arunima in the train, Arunima might have been saved from being thrown out of the train. Besides, the thugs also might have withdrawn themselves, seeing the passengers standing in defense of Arunima. Thugs might have escaped, fearing that those standing by Arunima would attack them to defend Arunima. Question 7. If you were a judge, what punishment would you give to the four young men? Answer: if I were a judge, I would have sentenced them for at least 5 years of rigorous imprisonment, since all the four ones were attacking a helpless, lonely girl. They deserved to be punished severely. Their act of throwing the girl out of movie train was a sheer brutal act, and they must not be spared at any cost. Question 8. What steps should be taken to stop such a sad incident? Answer: the awareness and sensitivity of co-passengers matter a lot in the sad incident of Arunima. If co-travel were sensitive and courageous untendedly, they could have scared off thugs attacking a single helpless young girl. Secondly, armed railway policemen should be deployed almost in each department to deal with such situations. Thirdly, detailed surveillance should be installed in almost each compartment to observe the goings on inside. If something wrong is observed, immediate help should be rushed. Question 9. Rise, walk and stop not till the goal is reached. Explain the famous quote of Swami Vivekananda in the light of Arunima's enthusiasm for reaching her goal. Answer: Arunima lost one of her leg in unfortunate incident, but it never affected her spirit. Her dream was to scale Mount Everest. An artificial leg was defended. She rose once more to fulfill her dream. It was almost impossible for a mountain to climb with only one leg. Still, she did not lose courage and went on trying to scale different heights and collected enough confidence to reach her goal. Finally, she could manage to be at top of the world. Thus, she literally followed the quotes of Swami Vivekananda and proved it to be worth practicing. ત્યારબાદ મિત્રો આગળ તમે તેની નીચે જોશો તો સીન 1.2 identifies scene number from its short description and write scene number. તો જોઈએ તેના સીન પ્રમાણે આપણે નંબર લખવાના થશે. તો પહેલો છે અરુણિમા ગોટ હર ડ્રીમ્સ ફૂલફિલ્ડ. તો મિત્રો તમારે અહીં જે સામે જે છે અહીં સીન લખેલો છે તેની અંદર તમારે ક્રમ લખવાના છે. તો સીન અને 4 નંબર. બીજા નંબરે છે અરુણિમા ગોટ an inspiring and encouraged guru. Scene 3. Arunima's spirit of bravery and fighting against the crime. Scene 1. 4. A new ray of hope changed Arunima's suffering soul. Scene 2. ત્યારબાદ 5. Arunima becomes a world record holder. Scene 4. 6. The announcement of the final expedition. Scene 4. 7. The terribly sad incident. Scene 1. અને 8 એક્સેપ્ટિંગ અ સિમ્પલી ઇમ્પોસિબલ ચેલેન્જ ઇન 2. ત્યારબાદ મિત્રો હવે આગળનું આપણે C1.3 છે તે હવે આગળના વિડીયોમાં મળી જશે, જેની લિંક તમને મિત્રો આ વિડીયોના ડિસ્ક્રિપ્શનમાં જશો ત્યાં આપેલી જશે, ત્યાંથી તમે ફટાફટ એ વિડીયો પણ જોઈ લેશો. અન્ય વિષયની પણ લિંક આપેલી હશે, એ પણ જોઈ લેશો. વિડીયોને મિત્રો લાઈક કરી તમારા મિત્રોને પણ શેર કરી દેશો.